Hey, hey,
Hey people.
hey, people. Oh, you got some white right there. I didn't know. Yep, it is. Look, you can see it. You see it?
That's that jail. That's what this is. I'm sorry, y'all.
Right. It's all right.
My jail is jelly.
It is. It works though, because it was holding that down for like 3 to 4 days. All right, y'all. Welcome to Story Time. If you don't know who I am, I'm Bonnie G. In the place to be. Hey. And if you don't know who she is, which you should, but let me introduce you. Let me reintroduce her, okay? She's none other than Auntie Shelly on the beat.
But
That's right. Y'all know we don't do that thing for ourselves, but we do it for the community. Hashtag community mindset. Community minded. That's hilarious. All right. So, y'all, we are in the book of Enoch. We're in the 94. We're starting at the top of 94 because it just makes sense to do so.
So it can flow.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so before we start in this reading, y'all, it is important that we get in the word of prayer because Enoch ain't going to be Enoching in the wrong spirit. No, we want it to be good. We want it to be influential. We want it to be empowered. We want it to be encouraged. We want somebody to learn something, including ourselves.
Yeah, right.
So we want something out of it too, okay? All right. So, Father, y'all, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Thank you for making a way. Father, I pray that you will forgive us for our sin, our transgression, our iniquity, Father. Anything that does not line up with your Torah or does not line up to your character, Father, I pray that you just fix us, Father. Fix us to where we line up in your Torah, we line up in your character, Father, and that you will see yourself, Father Yah. Even in story time, Father, we want you to look down and see your reflection, Father. And Father, I just pray that you will be in the midst of this reading. Father, you said in your word where 2 or 3 are gathered in your word, you will be in your name, you will be in the midst, Father. And so we truly ask that you will be in the midst of this reading and that you will give us revelation, that you will give us clarity, you will give us understanding. Somebody would say, like, oh, that means that, but give it to us all. Give us understanding, Father, because we desire to understand your word.
Yes.
And help us to read your word in the right context, Father. Open up our minds, but most of all, open up our spirit that we can receive whatever it is you have us to receive on today. We thank you. We trust you. We thank you for never letting go of our hands, Father. And we just continue to ask that you keep us throughout this time. In Yahweh Shai HaMashiach's name. Amen. Hallelujah. All right. So we are in the book of Enoch and we are in the 94th chapter. And we're just going to go ahead and start reading there.
Y'all ready?
They're ready. Okay. I know somebody's ready. All right. So 94 says, and now let me exhort you, my children, to love righteousness and to walk in it. For the cycles of righteousness are worthy of acceptation, but the path of iniquity shall suddenly fail and be diminished. To men of note in their generation, the path of oppression and death are revealed, but they keep far from them and do not follow them. So no matter, like, listen, you can see it, but they keep a distance.
Yeah.
And they don't follow it.
Yeah. Don't follow them. They see it, right. Like you said, they see it.
Yes.
I'm not even going over there.
I'm not even
going over there.
Says now too, let me exhort you, righteous, not to walk the path of evil and oppression. What does it look like to walk in oppression?
Yeah.
Like, well, he said it's like not to walk in the path of evil and oppression. And keep in mind, like, we know that this system has oppressed us. Right? Yes. But what does it mean? He says not to walk in evil and oppression. Mm-hmm. Because, oh, well, I did ask that. I just have a theory of my own, but what does that mean?
I know what it means. It means my shirt.
Because remember, in Him,
Because you can be in bondage to a lot of things.
Exactly.
But I've been set free.
Exactly. That's what I was
Yeah, that's
going.
okay.
That's exactly.
Oh, it is?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see where y'all going with it. Finally, I got to answer a question.
Yep. You wore the shirt today. We color coordinated today. What does it mean to? We know what it means not to walk in path of evil.
Yeah.
And oppression. Why do you think he mentioned that?
Yeah, oppression. What is oppression?
He could have just kept it at not to walk in evil.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think he mentioned the word oppression?
Don't overthink it, peeps. Bam, bam. Oppression. Just think of oppression.
Oppression. I'm just waiting for you guys.
You know what they do? Everybody waiting for somebody else. They answer first.
That's fine. Listen. I just because like she said, in the Mashiach is freedom, right? The truth will make you free, right? It will make you free. But oppression, it says prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control, right? Or another word, persecution, abuse, maltreatment, and we can go on, okay? Because it's like 19 of them. So when we decide to prolong a thing, right? Are we growing?
No,
we're not growing.
It's just festering.
That's the only thing that's growing. That thing that keeps you bondage is growing. That's the only thing. So
you in more change. Yeah.
And then soon take the driver's seat and begin to drive, and it becomes your new normal.
Because then you're now working off the emotion. Yeah.
And emotion can control us. Y'all know that. All right. So thank you for those that chimed in the chat.
Which is none of y'all.
That's all right. All right. So not to walk in the path of evil and oppression, nor in the path of death. Approach them not, that you may not perish, but covet. He said, don't even seek it out. Don't even get curious. Approach them not. Don't even do it. He said, but covet. What does that mean, to but covet? We starting off with questions.
Oh, that you may not perish.
But covet. Covet what? There, yes, but that's not a period too.
Yeah, right. It's a comma.
It's a comma. All right, so let me. Okay, but covet and choose for yourself righteousness and a good life. And covet means to yearn, to possess, or have something.
Yeah. So it's actually telling us to covet righteousness and a good life. Yeah.
Yep. Yearn after righteousness. Possess it. Keep it, guard it. Because through righteousness, you'll have a good life. Not the life that this society says is good.
Yeah.
Just because you got a 9-bedroom home and 4 bathrooms, I don't know if it makes sense, but doesn't mean you have a good life.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Just because you're like the CFO and all these things,
they are the ones.
It doesn't mean you have a good life. You can be the poorest of the poor and have the best life.
Yes. Yeah.
You ain't got worries. You can have the best of life, right? And that righteousness too. Oh man, living up.
Because poor is a mindset. Yeah. It's a mindset. Yeah.
All right. Walk in the paths of peace, that you may live and be found worthy. I love that, because if you will, you know how it says, if you find something, if you look for something, you'll find it.
Yes.
If you look for trouble, you will find it.
Quick.
Be like,
trouble gonna come quick.
Here I am. So it is. If you look for the paths of peace, you will find it.
Yes, you will.
It's just not one way for peace.
It's a lot
of ways.
and you'll enjoy your walk looking for peace. And you'll see them other paths out there, and you're gonna say, "Don't take that one."
Yeah.
You see a whole fight going on. Ain't no peace down there. Just
Ain't no peace.
keep it stepping.
Yes. Auntie she said, if you covet, choose righteousness.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yes. Yearn for righteousness. Possess it.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. All right. So that you may live after when you walk in the path of peace, that you may live and be found worthy. By who? I know. By who?
By who? Who you gonna be found worthy by?
Your neighbor? Okay.
Politicians?
Ooh.
Somebody at your job so you can get a promotion?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
What do we always say? Don't try to be like the y'all know what I'm trying to say. The Joneses or whatever they say.
Oh yeah,
But
the
is it
Joneses.
the Joneses?
Yeah, the Joneses. Yeah.
You be trying to be
Yeah,
like
the
the
Joneses.
Joneses.
Yeah. By the Most High. But listen, He uses people, and then found worthy. There is come on, come on, favor. There you go. There's favor that will follow us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
He may use your neighbor.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Hamashiach, found worthy by Yahweh Shai. The Mashiach, good to see you, cousin. Missed you.
Yeah.
Sigma from
Right.
Florida. Good to see you, man. Yes.
So think about the things. That's why he tells us what to meditate on. Whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are true. He never told you to sit back. Now I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with having a business idea or nothing, but he never told you to spend 24 hours a day, just contemplating how can I make a bunch of money. He never said that. Because if you meditate on him, he's going to put something in your mind that you may not even thought was going to bring you.
Yeah.
Because we know that's how the world operates. So does he. So does he. He knows how it is. So, yeah. But like he said, like Mashiach told one of them disciples, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to Yah the things that are Yah. Remember they had to pay their taxes. Yes. They didn't have no money. Mashiach said, looking at fish mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't be worried. You ain't got to worry about it. Just go look in the mouth of the fish. It's right there. And the fish done bought you the corn.
Right.
Because the fish was obedient, being in the right place at the right time.
That's so true. And then even then, like we can be like, we're under this system, right? But we can still render to Yah what's still rightfully Yah's, which is obedience in a wicked world. Yeah, yes. We live in this system. That's why I said we're in the world, but we're not of it, because we are to render to Yah what is to Yah's, what belongs to Yah, which we belong to Him, right? All right, so continuing verse 5 in chapter 94. It says, retain my words in your inmost thoughts and obliterate them not from your hearts. For I know that sinner counsel men to commit crime craftily. They are not found in every place, nor does every counsel possess a little of them.
We know them nations is crafty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. So retain them words where? In your
heart.
Yes.
Yes, your thoughts and in your heart.
All right, 6. Woe to those who build iniquity and oppression, and who lay the foundation of fraud. For suddenly shall they be subverted and never obtain peace.
Look, they lay the foundation of fraud. The whole system, the world system, is based on fraud.
And if you think about it, listen, there is work. Nobody gets up and say, you know what, I'm gonna build today.
Yeah.
not a smart man.
Yeah.
What they do is they draw it out. This is how much
Mhm.
time and effort it goes into.
Yes.
They draw it out. They
Mhm.
they say, hey, take a look at this, see if this is gonna work.
Mhm.
Then they get together like, nah, you need to add this and you need to add that. It just
Mhm.
becomes bigger and bigger and more intricate and
Yes.
detailed and
Mhm.
all of that. So you think about the building, and then you apply your not only your workman of your hands with the whatever blueprint that you
Yeah.
didn't put effort, went
Yeah.
to go get laws and
Yeah.
restrictions and all that. Can we do this? Got permissions.
Permits and
There
all
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
All the effort you did just for the blueprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then you go into there and do the physical work, which you
Mhm.
take your hands. Now your hands is dirty,
Mhm.
right?
You gotta
Building
build that
iniquity.
foundation first. Yeah.
Yeah. Building
They do
iniquity
that. They did all that.
and oppression.
Mhm.
They did it all.
This thing is well thought out, but the problem is because it's over so many generations that some of them don't know the lies the other one tells, so they just tell some new lies.
Yes. And what's crazy is I was watching this woman that is not of our that's not of a not us, cheering how the slavery even started, like how her people, you know, she was basically putting her people on blast and saying how they built oppression, how oppression worked, how the white race even became a thing, because nobody was white in 1600s.
Nobody was.
Nobody. So she broke that thing down. Yeah. And how, and boom, we have oppression and power.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The work that goes into it, but you'll never find peace.
Yeah.
That's the end result.
No.
You always work.
It's too much work. It's like I was telling Bonnie today, I went and looked up government. Like, what is government? Like, who do you guys consider government? So I got to run around so many times, like, because they know we are the government. When it says government owned land, well, who's this government that owns this land? It's really people. It's people. Yes. But no, they got their lies so dug deep into you that we'll go, that belongs to the government. Yeah. And you never think, wait, I'm the government. I'm the government. And they'll never obtain peace. Never.
And that's anybody that is operating and building iniquity and oppression
and being crafty
and laying the foundation of fraud. All of that.
Believe me, those people are not at peace because they gotta keep coming up with stuff.
They gotta keep guarding.
And they gotta keep watching us because that gotta be a job watching us in the first place.
You have to watch, okay? 7. Woe to those who build up their houses with crime, for from their very foundation shall their houses be demolished, and by the sword shall they fall. Those too who acquire gold and silver shall justly and suddenly perish. Woe to you who are rich, for in your riches have you trusted. But from your riches you shall be removed, because you have not remembered all in the days of your prosperity.
He said, y'all got all rich, but you trusted your riches and not me.
So let me ask the question: is the richest to blame? Is the richest to blame?
Oh, you mean the actual money? Okay.
Even in this sense, is it to blame? Who's to blame?
Riches? Yeah.
Who's to blame? Why were they blamed? Why were this particular, I just told you, blamed? Yeah, group.
Why is this group singled out?
Yeah. What did they do? What did they not do?
Don't overthink it.
It's super easy. It was maybe because I'm reading it and it's right in my face.
We're gonna read it one more again.
All right. So it says woe to you who are rich, for in your riches have you trusted, but from your riches you shall be removed, because you have not remembered all yon in the days of your prosperity. So my first question was, is the richest to be blamed?
Mhm.
You should have told me no. Right? Should have said no.
Yeah, because
Lolo said we to blame. No, not really. No. It was an action that was done in the reading. He said, because you did this, because you did this. It was something that they did, and they.
it's Lola like the bus stop.
Yeah, she at the bus. Yeah. Auntie Shishi said they only think of themselves and forgot about Yah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what did you do with the riches? Like that's what you're trying to get out, right? How did you act toward the riches?
Well, to you
Because
because
are you trying to get this? Yeah.
But they didn't remember Yah. Yes, because they didn't remember Yah. But there was something that they did that made them not remember Yah. What did they do that made them not remember all Yah? Okay, so Auntie she said they didn't help the poor. Thank you, Cousin James. Yes. Yes. Okay, they didn't help the poor.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they did, but that's not what got them in trouble. Lolo said idolized it.
Okay.
Yep, that's in there. That's in there. That's in there. You on the bus. Cousin James said they trusted. That's what I was looking for. They trusted in the riches. It wasn't the riches that was bad. It was the fact that they trusted everything in them. They trusted they're in their riches.
And did not remember because they said, I'll leave him no more.
Right,
I got money.
You know, money answer all things. Y'all know that saying? Money answer all things. So they trusted in their riches and forgot all Yah who created all things.
Yeah.
Real stuff too.
Yeah. Don't trust.
Don't put your trust in anything like that, in that deep, to where you don't need that you forget about Yah. All right. 8. You have committed blasphemy and iniquity and are destined to the day of the effusion of blood, to the day of darkness, and to the day of the great judgment. This I will declare and point out to you, that he who created you will destroy you. When you fall, he will not show you mercy, but your creator, capital C, will rejoice in your destruction. Let those then who shall be righteous among you in those days detest sinners and the wicked. Whoa. Absolutely, Auntie Shishi. Yeah. She said, for the love of money. Money ain't bad. But it's the love and power behind it, okay?
Yes. And it's bad when the creator says, I'm gonna show you no mercy.
Oh yeah.
Because if he ain't sure, I could feel sorry for you and really want to extend you mercy. And if he says no, you ain't getting it. Like, remember the angels when he was kicking Adam out the garden?
Oh yeah.
And they thought, wow, he gonna leave him alone. He talked about it, say. Basically said, did I stutter?
Right, exactly.
Get out of here.
Adam was just like below.
Yeah, they just knew. Oh, he just upset right now. He don't forgive Adam.
He said, I said what I said.
Yeah.
No means no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And let me tell y'all, why do you think he said why do you think he said in those days, detest sinners and the wicked?
Yeah.
What could, if you're not careful, what could happen if you're among something not so great, right? Let's say you among, let me see, what can be the worst thing? You among it. Think of them.
You mean like hanging out with? Oh, okay. Okay.
And that gets into you. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So think about, he says to detest it. That means to strongly dislike it. Like, intensify your dislike among sinners. That don't mean, again, listen, that don't mean because you know somebody had sex with Jim Cole.
Right.
I just like him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. I'm not saying that. That's their business. If you want to do that don't mean that. Okay? That means if I'm in a group and I keep going into this thing and they got a influence on me,
yes,
and I see that this thing it look good, but he says detest it. Like don't even desire to have a want to know like what's that? What y'all into?
Yeah.
Detest it. You see their actions, you see it, you know it ain't no good.
Yeah.
Detest it. Distance yourself from it. Because once influence is seeped into the mind, it's pretty hard to get it out. Yeah, then you want to act it out.
You'll find yourself following it, and then wonder how did I get here?
It's because you allowed it in here. You allowed it in here, and then you start speaking it out here, and then all of a sudden you think Hasatan ain't gonna create a way for you to act it out.
Yeah, because he's gonna whisper it in your ear, but let it go out the other one.
Yeah, you don't have to act. Again, remember, he presents things.
Yes.
He don't have real power.
None.
He don't have power, but he will present something to you. It's up to you to choose how you want to respond to that. Yeah. You can accept it or be like,
And if you listen to even the smallest part of it and go, then he gonna throw something else. The more he throw in there, his argument is going to seem valid.
Yeah.
It's gonna seem valid. Because you're gonna be like, well, yeah, that's only right. But think of where it's coming from.
Yes. That's why that scripture says to deal with something quickly.
Yeah.
So you don't leave room for Hasatan to stir up.
Yes.
And to mess and create more mess.
Get him out.
Get it out quickly.
Quick. Like, bye.
Bye. Like, listen, let me go handle this because I know how you are. Bam. You ain't got, I just took your bullets.
Yeah. How do you think Aaron, the reason Aaron made that golden calf, he kept listening. Then people kept at him. It didn't just happen and one day somebody just said, Aaron, build us a calf. He was listening to that murmuring instead of just going, y'all can murmur all y'all want up and then go over here and pray.
Yeah.
He did not
detest. He did not. Yeah. He didn't see what they were doing as a strong dislike. Like, that's against.
He should have said, what y'all doing is wrong, and I'm not building it.
I'm not building that.
I'm
not getting involved.
Or my son's not doing it, or no.
Yeah, I'm not.
Bye. We finna go pray. They would have thought about it.
Oh, that my eyes were clouds of water, that I might weep over you, and pour forth my tears like rain, and rest from the sorrow of my heart, who has permitted you to hate and transgress. Judgment shall overtake you, ye sinners. The righteous shall not fear the wicked, because Elohim will again bring them into your power, that you may avenge yourselves of them according to your pleasure.
And remember, this is Enoch talking. He's like, I'm telling you this, but I'm crying so hard at the same time because I know some of y'all just not listening to me.
You're not.
Some of y'all just gonna go crazy. He said, but you who are righteous, stay there. Just trust y'all. Don't remember the whole mountain. Don't go down the mountain. If you go down the mountain,
you ain't coming back up.
You're not coming back up. What they do, go down the mountain. Then they got tired of living in sin. But guess what? You can't come back up.
Can't come back.
But he told you that before you left.
Yeah. Dang, and that's crazy.
You're not coming back up.
Because sin looked real good down there.
Let me go check it out.
Yeah, they had to. It looked so good. It didn't look, they just, it was so enticing.
Yeah.
So enticing.
Yeah.
That they had to check it out. And then when they thought I was getting back up, they was like, boop, no.
Yeah.
I told you no.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Do you guys, I want to say her name is Ariel. I don't know, but she always she's herself, and then she's an angel, and she's y'all like, and she does these like little scenes. You never seen it? And a lot of times she'll go, God will tell her, or y'all tell her,
Oh, in the
don't
White
do
House?
that. Yeah.
I know who
Or
you're talking about.
Angel be like, she'll go, I'm gonna go see for myself, and always get in trouble.
Always.
One of those days, I'm gonna go see for myself. You ain't coming back.
You ain't gonna come back.
You ain't gonna come back.
Yeah. Woe to you who shall be so bound by execrations that you cannot be released from them, the remedy being far removed from you on account of your sins. Woe to you who recompense your neighbor with evil, for you shall be recompensed according to your works. Woe to you, false witnesses, you who aggravate iniquity, for you shall suddenly perish. Woe to you, sinners, for you reject the righteous, for you receive or reject those who do iniquity, and their yoke shall prevail over you.
Yep. Like you said, when you give over to that influence,
But of
you
course,
putting yourself in
but this is
bondage.
Enoch. So Enoch was saying this way back then. So none of the woe to you mean anything today,
Yes.
right?
Because Enoch is old fashioned. You know, the world's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You talking about full flood even came.
Yeah. Yeah. Woe to
That
you,
was
sinners,
different.
for you reject the righteous.
Yeah.
That don't mean anything today.
What does that mean?
It still means that.
It's 2025.
It still means that.
The exact same thing. That's why it was for generations.
And the beautiful thing is, you see the generation speaking on it and bringing it back to your remembrance again.
How? Because you have to think, how is this still relevant for us today? How do we see ourselves today? Because it's the same, like we say, the same old spirits. The spirits ain't changed, y'all. It's the same ones.
Yeah.
They've been here.
Shall prevail over you. And sometimes we don't even recognize when it's been prevailed over us, because we didn't normalize so much.
Yes, we normalized it.
Yeah, remember that hashtag? It was a hashtag trend that's like, can we normalize not cleaning up our house?
Yeah.
Can that just be normalized?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I remember Mother Johnson used to say, cleanliness is next to God.
Yeah.
She's like, huh?
And the minute we found out that wasn't a real Bible verse, we started acting crazy. Like, but y'all wasn't getting it. Y'all wasn't getting what she was saying.
No, but we were like, what? Huh? But it was this trend of normalizing, and then it, just the craziest thing was like, can we normalize this? Can we normalize head, like whatever?
Like, no,
we cannot, because we give it a pass.
Yeah.
You're asking us to give it a pass.
And the very fact we have to ask, can it be normalized, means it's not normal. Right. You have to force it.
Right.
Which
we're giving it a pass that you know shouldn't be a pass. Can we normalize? Listen. Because transgender.
The truth is old. Yeah. The truth is old.
Like, no.
Don't change.
We can't.
No, we cannot. We cannot normalize.
We cannot. But we don't know when things have been prevailed, because a lot of things been normalized.
It
things
really
that I grew up not doing, folks is doing it today.
It's considered normal.
I got whoopings all day long, okay, and it wasn't abuse. Now
it's abuse.
If you yell at your child, CPS is at your window, okay, not even at the door. They're at the window, okay. They gonna get in there. Normalizing it.
Yep.
Their children got more rights than the parents. Like, you didn't bring yourself into this world. How do you have more rights?
Don't even know what you're doing.
How do you have more rights than the person that brought you?
Because they know children can be easily influenced. And I think we have them most of the time in school.
They're precious.
So we gonna make them into what we want to be, and we need you parents
to agree.
All we need for you parents to do is pick them up from school and feed them.
That's it. and send them back the next day.
And what happened to
Don't
their
worry, I got
homework?
mine's in school, but I'd be like, hey, that ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
Don't get the trip. I be telling you, don't get the tripping.
I tell them the truth. Let's see. You know what, Cousin James? I thought you actually had to text me with something.
What did he say?
I'm not going to read it.
James.
But yes. See you on Sabbath, on time. All right, 96. Wait in hope, you righteous. For suddenly shall sinners perish from before you, and you shall exercise dominion over them according to your will. Now listen, y'all. I don't want it to be like, yay, let's wait till the sinners perish.
Yeah.
Oh, sinners died. Please don't, because it's not his heart. Okay, this is Enoch telling them what's going to happen, but it's really not the Father that he didn't even build hell for people.
Yeah, right.
It was for the fallen.
It was for the fallen. But y'all just go.
But people made choices.
Yeah.
But it's not. It wasn't like he had it in his heart. Like, you know what? Oh, you want to be a sinner? Go. It probably shatters his heart.
Yeah.
That people make the choices that they make.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not saying like let's hoorah over the sinners that perish. No, that hurts his heart. I can just imagine. He created all of us, right? No matter what tribe you came from, he still created all of us, right? So there's come on, empathy. There's some,
like, please,
don't make those decisions.
Please don't do that,
right? But he says, from before you, and you shall exercise dominion over them. Because why? He can trust you because you've been walking in the path of righteousness. Right? You've been walking in the path of peace. Of course you can handle dominion. He's giving it to everybody.
And he can trust those that you won't treat them like they treated you.
Exactly. And here's the thing.
Still be fair.
Them people, first off, they know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those that have oppressed us know that we will not treat them like they have treated us.
Because they're not dumb. They see in this world how their children react to us. Don't even be known how their children react to us. That's why they like us watching their kids. If we was really, would you let a savage watch your kid?
No. Would you let
a lazy person
feed your kid?
No, you would not. But you know we not. You already know. We ain't doing that.
We just not gonna do it.
No, it's not in us.
I was about to say that, but some people be showing different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not in us.
But
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and let me preface that by saying it's not in us as a people, but yes, there are some people who will just snap.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it's because according like it says dominion over them, and we know that the roles will reverse.
Yes.
And order will be established, and people will function the way they are supposed to function.
In righteousness.
We're talking about the lively bones yesterday, and Dad brought it up today when we were talking about it. He was like, we ourselves are not just a brick, right? He's like, but together as a body. Remember Hermes? He brought that up.
Yep.
He said, remember he was chucking the brick that had a chip on it?
Yep.
It had a chip on it, and he took that brick and threw it. But together, once that tower that was built, together it was what it was.
Yes.
But by that brick by itself, it wasn't the tower.
Yeah.
By itself wasn't the tower.
Yeah.
It was the tower once it got put in.
Yes.
With all the other bricks. We are like that. We're brick. We can be bricking by ourselves, but that's not the purpose. He wanted us to be the body.
Yes.
Together.
Right. We're not supposed to. I can survive on my own. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Who you gonna talk to? And I get it sometimes. It's just me and the Most High, but the Most High said, forsake not the assembly of yourselves together. Like, he never told you to only He gave Adam Eve
Right.
or Whooaaaa. He gave him somebody to talk to.
Yeah. So I always take it to the beginning. If he didn't do it at the beginning, he ain't gonna switch up now.
Because he could have said, I talk to Adam all the time. He good.
Absolutely.
No, he needed somebody to
converse with.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
He made the animals.
And even for those that's like, well, I just rock by myself. I'm pretty sure he tried to put people in your life. You went, nope.
Yep.
That was you.
Yep. You should only be found by yourself if it's just you surrounded by sinners and you be like, I gotta separate myself. But sooner or later,
you come back.
Yah is going to send somebody to you to talk to.
Absolutely.
You might have had, because I remember, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was one of the Elijahs or something. He thought he was all by himself. And I think it was Obadiah or somebody came to him and said, nah, y'all got 100 prophets over here in the cave. You're not the only one. Like, he got them. Go where they are.
Yeah. And sometimes he will separate you for a certain period of time because he needs your attention.
Yes.
He needs to talk to you. He needs to lay the foundation. He needs to reveal his revelation unto you for that time. But it's not to, once he give you that revelation and pour into you, it's not for you to be like, well, okay, so it's just me and you, y'all. Why would he do that? He gave it to you, so he gave it to you just so you can share it with him. Right. It came from him. Yeah. No, clearly there is something that he gave to you that you have to pour out to someone else.
Just like in Enoch, he's now pouring out what all the stuff Yah has showed him. He says, come on, I gotta teach y'all this.
Bring in everybody. Come on. Let me bring in everybody.
And I need y'all to teach it to you. Generation.
It is not for yourself. It's for someone else. And that's going to add water to their own, who they are.
And remember, when we were reading one of the other books, Paul had a book.
Yes, he did.
And he hid it.
Yes, he did.
Like,
you're right.
And
then and an angel.
And somebody else moved in because Paul had got his head chopped off.
Yep.
And he was like, and the angel did something.
The angel pulled his hair or something like that.
Go get that book like I told you.
Yep. Who was that? That was Polycarp.
Oh, that's who it was.
Polycarp had to get the book.
Yep. Because it was buried. Like, you're not keeping that book buried.
No.
That is not why I showed you these visions.
At all.
To keep it buried. No.
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 So when he reveals it, that don't mean you but you ask the Father, who am I supposed to let this know? Who needs this?
Yeah.
Why did you share it with me? Yes. Why did you let me see this? Why did you let me say this? Why? Ask questions like Hermes, okay?
Yeah.
His brother was spitting out.
Questions. Yeah, because we was like, dude, stop asking questions.
Brother, ask another question.
Because you convicted us. Right. We don't want to hear it. We didn't know this before you asked the question. We didn't even know to ask the question.
Didn't know.
Let alone want to know the answer to it.
Yeah. All right. Cousin James, you be talking, boy, you be talking. All right, ready? Verse 2 says, in the day of the sufferings of sinners, your offspring shall be elevated and lifted up like eagles. Your nest shall be more exalted than that of the avest. You shall ascend and enter into the cavities of the earth and into the clefts of the rocks forever, like conies, from the sight of the wicked. Wow. Who shall groan over you, weep like sirens? You shall not fear those who trouble you, for restoration shall be yours. A splendid light shall shine around you, and the voice of tranquility shall be heard from heaven. Woe to you, sinners, for your wealth makes you resemble Kodashim. Did I just read that?
Sorry, I don't know if y'all heard that or not. But
no, y'all know we got babies here.
Yeah,
big girls here. All right, so listen. It says, woe to you sinners, for your wealth makes you resemble Kodashim, the saints. the called out saints.
Yeah, the saints. Yep.
But your heart reproach you that you are sinners.
It's like
Ooh.
you making yourself look like, you know how your outward appearance. I think Moshe was talking.
Not Moshe. He was talking. Moray.
I think Moray was talking about that. Where he was talking about like the Moshe was telling the Pharisees, like, you look the outside and you look good, but the inside,
yeah, dead men's bones.
Dead men's bones.
Yeah, decking up, and y'all know they be decking up the graves and all of that.
So this are the people who make themselves look holy, try to make themselves look like the Kodesh.
Look like the Kodesh. But that is so like today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In so many areas.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know we be like, the church. Listen, no, but there's the wealth be making it look like you got these celebrities that be donating, right?
Yep.
To these charities and to these different corporations and all of that. But what we don't know is they giving right back to themselves.
Yes. Tax write-offs, you get all that.
Getting right back to yourselves. Are you really donating?
And why you gotta write a big old check?
You can't take that to the bank.
Actually, you can. You can write a check if it's your money. You can write a check on the paper bag, and they gotta honor it. I mean, they probably will think twice, but yeah, that's something they don't tell you because they want you to buy checks.
Wow,
it's a whole system because it's supposed to be yours. Like, it's yours.
Wow,
and you can give it to whoever you want to, whenever you want to. You ain't gotta do all that.
Wow.
I mean, it used to be every family had their own money.
Oh, yeah.
They used to have their own money. Like all the Romans and stuff, every family had their own money, but everybody honored it because they knew. Because that family might have had a gold mine in their backyard or on their land. Or, yeah, some of them, when they gold ran out, they used to just be broke. So they marry into rich families. And yeah, it was a trip. Yeah.
Well, look at that. It says, woe to, so let me see. Yeah, let me go up. Kodeshim, but your heart reproach you that you are sinners. This word shall testify against you for the remembrance of crime. Woe to you who feed upon the glory of the grain and drink the strength of the deepest spring, and in the power tread down the humble. Who is this? Who is the grain, or is it just creation?
Yeah, you feed upon the glory of the grain. You drink the strength from the deepest spring. That means the best water. But in your power, you tread down the humble. Which means you have the best of everything. But what do? Knock the humble down.
Says, woe to you who drink water at pleasure, for suddenly shall you be recompensed, consumed, and withered, because you have forsaken the foundation of life. We should know who the foundation of life is.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people really think this is mine. And just hear my heart when I say this. This is mine. Ooh, y'all gave this to me. I got 50 pencils. I'm just going to use pencils. These are mine. Ooh, this going to last me a long time. And your brother and sister over there with no pencil. Is that why he really gave you a pencil? 50 pencils? So it can last you however long? Or was he trusting you with 50 pencils because he knew you were going to give a pencil to somebody who didn't, to 49 people who don't have a pencil, and everybody was going to have a pencil. That's what it means. Don't get to tripping, trusting in money. You ain't rich just to be rich. Like, it's still, you all know what I mean.
Right.
Because you don't, and it doesn't take $1 million.
Right.
All it takes is a heart condition. Like, I can't live like this. So I need to help somebody, like somebody over here struggling or whatever it is they need. My child got 3 pairs of shoes. This child, I'm looking, they coming to school, their shoes toe up.
And let me tell y'all, like help can look even different from there.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely like nothing, but let me tell you, at school, my children have not like that.
Oh.
But my kids go to school, right? And after kids, what I do is I give myself.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kids is at
Mhm.
that part. I make sure I have the funnest time. I'm pouring myself out to these kids. It used to be for a tactic now. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that these kids talk to their parents and be like, Mrs. V, Mrs. V, Mrs. V, because you guys that know me know that I have my own little, business or whatever. So you need people to run a business or whatever. But when I tell you I have not spoken to one parent about my business, because I realized that's not what he told me to do. That's not why that's not why he created me to do that. I thought it was. I was like, oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
No, them kids needed to see like excitement. They needed to see adults that have fun. They needed to be played with. They just had a long day in school. Yeah. Make it fun. So I pour myself out to children after school. A whole year. I mean, a whole hour and a half, and we're just running. Sometimes I'll have little prizes for them. Their parents ain't giving me $2. I know it's at the dollar store, but don't matter. Their parents ain't giving me $1.25 because the dollar store didn't kick up on prices. Right. We need to talk dollar store, general. Okay.
You change your name.
Yeah, we need to talk. Okay. $5. Why is there $5 in there? Okay. It needs to be $1. Take it back. Okay. But that's the way that I can find ways to pour myself, to pour my riches, into those that may not could. Because some parents can't, they don't have the mind. I get it. They're tired.
Yes.
They physically go to work. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm studying, so I don't really go to work. When I'm studying, they physically tired. They out mentally, they're out. But that's the way that I can get my riches.
Yes.
Right? We can find a way, just like there's a path of peace. There is a path that we can find. Father, who can I pour myself out to?
Yes. Or why'd you even give me this much stuff in the first place? Who am I supposed to give it? What do you want me to do with all?
It's not to sit on it. I'll tell you that.
Well, what am I going to do with all this? I remember it's still cool, but when I first got that picture, I was just like, ooh, this is so big.
Yeah.
Let me just fill it up. And we just be like, what are you doing? You can't even eat all that. I'm like, but it has all this room. And
I show you the grocery shopping.
Chris, the butt people over here to grocery shop. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Michelle, you have no idea how many people I let come in that pantry and grocery shop and you don't even know. That's how much stuff you had in there. I was like, really? Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah. So I'm going to need you to check the pantry before you get to Trippin'. That's why it's all organized. Yep. But I could see what's going on. But
only thing you're missing is owls. Aisle 9 or something.
But still, like, if you hungry, you got my house, you want some rice, go and pick what kind you want.
Right. You want black?
Wild rice, thank you very much.
I don't care how wild it is. I don't want
it.
Somebody
else different.
Yeah, definitely
it's different.
I ain't in it. But if you need rice and you need meat,
flour,
come to her, okay? See, that's ways that she can pour out, right? But she can't pour out if she don't know. The Whooaaaa will tell her, though. Yeah. The Whooaaaa will tell you. He will lead you. You know, we don't have to do anything grand. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
it. Don't have
grand,
to be.
and it don't have to be seen just to be seen.
Right.
That's your reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, let me make my grocery like seriously. Listen.
Who was that, Lord?
Listen. Cause listen, I tell you, I did. I sure did. I need to get back to it. I need to get back to that. Okay? Because she got, never mind. All right, listen. Because people gonna catch a flight just to be in your pantry, and I don't want to let them down. So, where are we? 7. Woe to you who act. Oh, this is a good word. It's such a good word. Hold on, let me look this up because it's like 13 letters.
Oh.
That's hold on, give me a minute, y'all, because you know she gonna pronounce it for me too. See, I told y'all we was gonna learn together.
Oh, it says she. You talking about I'm gonna pronounce it? She
Mm-mm.
as a me.
No, not you.
I think I know how to say it.
No, listen, I'm not about to hold on because I see a word in here. I see quite a few words. Let me see. Oh, this word is big too, so it's so big it gotta be something negative. Yes. Don't look at Auntie Shelly, she might give it away.
I'm not. I'm sitting here.
Let me see.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to pronounce the word. You gotta think.
Lola, what you see? Lola, I'm trying to look up the word, ma'am.
It's a long word.
It was a long word. I wouldn't have said that, but yes, you were right, Lolo. You see a clip.
She was like, I see that clip coming.
I was trying to find the word, though. I was trying to find the word. And plus, I wanted to give y'all 59 minutes, right? I want to give you your time back. How nice of us. How nice of you. All right, so y'all, we're going to have to start back on verse 5. Oh, and we're not on Friday. We're not on tomorrow. So hold on to your seat. We're on 96 and 5, okay? 96 and 5. That's where we're going to start.
We're going to start.
Okay. Thank you, Lolo, for so gently pointing that out, what you saw. Others would have let me put that word in. They was so patient.
They knew it was coming.
I don't know. I think they would have just let me keep trying to spell it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we will see you Friday.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Cousin Nick. Cousin. What's his name?
I don't know which one you talked to. What's his name? What is the Sigma? Or
no. Good to see you though. Good to see you. No. Cousin James. See you Friday.
Oh, James.
But I'm so excited to see you the next day after.
On Shabbat. James coming through.
Don't get me excited. Shalom. Bye.
Shalom.